coverage of the Cinegear Expo 2017 is brought to you in partnership with Blackmagic Design, who are busting chops to keep your production flowing. Here at Cinegear 2017, we're lucky enough to bump into saviour of Cooke Optics, Les Zellan, to talk to him about the new, old Panchro classics.
There are a finite number of the old lenses available. Obviously, we haven't made them since about 1965. So now, if you get one and you need a new element, you need any mechanical parts, they really don't exist anymore. And when digital came out, there was digital is so clean, sterile, and somewhat boring. There was a big resurgence in things that would give a character and personality to digital. And before digital, people were actually throwing Panchros away, and digital comes out.
Seems criminal now, doesn't it?
It does, and then of course they're out now, and people are selling old sets for tens of thousands each, and then they have to be rehoused. So we decided simply it would be a great idea to go back to the original designs. Obviously, have to update them for modern glasses. We also made a few other little minor changes, such as the lenses were only really designed to cover Academy, the old 4x3. So we updated them also to all cover Super 35. And then instead of and they're all lenses, as you can see here in this 25, the lens itself is the size of the original Panchro. But we put it in a modern housing, much like TLS. So we give it the cam focus. We've included our eye metadata system into it. But it's still got the same character and look and feel as the originals. And we've now done tests with DPs that shoot almost exclusively on speed Panchros, and they've looked at them and they can't tell them apart. So we really did nail the character of the old speed Panchros. I'd like to tell you it was really difficult, but it is, you know, the original Cooke look, which people love to this day, originated with the speed Panchros back in the 20s. So if I couldn't recreate that look in a modern lens, I couldn't build S4s or 5s or S7. I couldn't make anything with the Cooke look anymore. So we know the recipe for the Cooke look, and we can recreate that in the glasses that are available today. And then we went back and we analyzed the speeds and what makes the speeds different than, say, an S4. S4s are direct descendants in many, many ways of the speed Panchros. But there are a few differences. And one of the things we did when we did the S4 is we increased, we took an area which we call picture height. And if you inscribe that into a frame, that is roughly, we made that a fairly clean area. And then we let the fall off go from there. The speed Panchros, the fall off starts as soon as you're off axis. And that's what gives it some of the character, is that the fall off is gradual right from the get-go. Whereas on the more modern Cooke lenses, we expanded that out a little bit before we let the fall off go.
Right, okay.
I hope to see some limited sets out over the summer, with production sets coming out probably around September.
Right, fantastic. And here at Cinegear, you've got the entire range for people to come and see?
Well, almost the entire range. We have all the lenses here except the 18, 32, and 152. They'll be out later, in probably end of July.